Well, the old sun's just going down behind the bank. Hopefully give it another hour or so and the light will, you know, the wind will start to ease. Maybe get 1 or 2 bream on the horizon. So I'm getting 1 or 2 fish this sort of size, which is nice. I actually fell to a single piece of corn on a hair rig. Lovely little fish. Just getting some bites on the worm which I couldn't hit. So I'll see if I could just get 1 or 2 on the corn. Hair, still putting a little bit of chopped worm and caster in with the feeder every single time I go out. So he's still got that 20 gram distance feeder on. Two idiots about this evening. Just had a boat come through at about 1,000 miles an hour. So there's another one just coming up the river. Not as fast, thankfully. Sort of just keep an eye out as where they are, because sometimes they do bug the bank. Good fish just come up over the far line there. He's coming in a little bit close, so just sink the rod down a bit. It's a little bit close, but when they're coming through like idiots, it's a bit of a pain, really. They don't seem to take any notice. Hey ho, never mind, eh? Yeah, little sort of taps on the corn. Said earlier that once that light starts to go, I don't know what time is. The time is actually time is 8:15 now, so I'm hoping sort of around about 9 o'clock, if there's any bream around. I think that was a line bite. Two fish in the vicinity. So I'm still fishing a hair rig. Just find a nice sort of size bit of corn and just push it through the rounded bit on the top. Let the quick stop just sit on the flat bit on the bottom, just like that. Pinch a worm and caster, fill the feeder, and away we go. The old sun is just starting to drip down behind the bank now. Found one or two sort of skimmers that sort of size. Swapped over to the corn, so I was getting a lot of bites on the worm where they were ragging the worm and weren't really hitting anything, so I sort of sat on the corn and sort of sit there a little bit. Little bite then. Longer on the corn for a bite, but sometimes it can be just that little bit better fish. So it's going to be an absolute beautiful evening again. Loads of little fry all round by me net, that sort of size. Absolutely beautiful to see. And every now and again there's some little perch, sort of ounce, 2 ounce perch, sort of chasing them about. It's beautiful. Just seen one sort of decent sized fish move over the top of the feeder line, and I have had 1 or 2 liners as well, so hopefully might be 1 or 2 fish moving about in the area now. Now's the sort of time, you know, from now onwards it's round about 8:30 sort of time. The sun's gone off the water. Now's the time I expect, if there is any bit bigger fish about, some bigger skimmers or the odd bream, now's the time when I'd sort of think they'd be starting to have a bit of a munch about. Plenty of ground bait out there for them to have a bit of a graze over. Give the corn, like I say, I've had a couple of fish on the corn, but I'll give the corn about another 15 minutes or so, and I'm going to swap back to the worm and just see what the response is. If there's still some smaller fish out there attacking the worm, then I'll sort of sit back on the corn for another 15 minutes or so and keep sort of dropping back. But sometimes what can happen of an evening is the smaller fish sort of just drift away. That's when them big snotty bream hopefully will open the mouths. We shall see. Well, it's getting close to the old witching hour, so to speak now. Sun's gone right down, as you can see. It's gone off quite chilly really. I had to go and get a fleece. Still getting the odd bites on the worm. It's only sort of small fish. I've had 1 or 2 liners. I've seen 1 decent fish come up. So we haven't given up all hope, but so we've had a few fish. It's been very enjoyable. It's mainly been small skimmers and the odd hybrid, couple of silver bream. I've had a few perch. So yeah, it's been quite enjoyable. So still getting bites on the worm out there. but it is only small fish. I was hoping they might have, you know, if there was any bream about, might have pushed all them out by now, but it may not to be. You never know. That's why we go fishing. It's the unexpected. Good fish just rolled up to my left, so there's one or two nosing about, and like I say, it's getting close to the old witching hour, so you never know. Still, I've had a couple of fish on the corn, but I'm now back on the worm now, because I reckon if there is some bream about, then I think that's what I'll catch them on. I've actually dropped the size of the worm now as well. I'm actually, instead of putting a whole worm on, I'm sort of putting half a worm on now. Still on a hair rig. Still putting a little bit of chop in the mix. Not massive amount, just enough. And hopefully, fingers crossed. Like I say, the light will deteriorate soon, and that'll be the end of the filming, I'm afraid. So hopefully you've been out on the bank and you've had a few fish. If you're out, or if you're not and you're out very shortly, very best of luck, and hopefully you might get one or two. Still a lot of small fish out there. It's crazy today. They're absolutely massacring this worm. Well, the old light's starting to go. It's getting close to the old witching hour. I think it's going to be touch and go if we get any bream. There's too many small fish out there still at the moment for my liking to say we get a bream or two. I've been catching sort of skimmers and hybrids, odd silver bream, odd perch. I'd sort of hope by now that if there was any bream nosing around, that I might have actually had one. Sun's gone way down, as you can see we've got a fleece on. It's gone quite chilly actually. But yeah, there's just, for the time of the day, there's just way too many small fish still out there feeding, and they're absolutely massacring the worm. Literally, as soon as it hits the bottom, the tip's away. Whereas what you'd hope that, you know, you'd have to be sort of waiting for a bite. Tip just isn't stopping. And like I say, they're absolutely massacring the worm. I think it's sort of the small silver bream. They've been quite ravenous over the last sort of couple of weeks since the season started. It's nice to see, but when you're actually after some bream, these are the culprits. Them are the culprits, and like I say, they're absolutely massacring the worm, but beautiful little fish. So, like I say, the light will go soon. So I'm going to fish into dark just to see if I can get a bream. But it's been a very, very enjoyable session yet again. Like I say, most of it's on the feeder. Shame I couldn't have fished the slider, but most of it's been on the feed, have been really good. So if you're out on the bank, hope you have had a few fish and had a great time. Catch you soon. Ouse.